Hey, what is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I'm going to bring you, I guess, somewhat of a mini money making guide. So if you don't know, obviously with 1.17, we got the new Watkins Glen track added, and I was kind of like playing around on GT7 this morning, thinking of, little quick ways to make a bit of cash, get some more of those legendary cars, obviously for videos and such. And it kind of, hit me. Obviously, there's a new circuit experience challenge waiting for me with Watkins Glen, and I thought, do you know what? I'll give it a shot. And it basically turned out to be one of the most easy money. I think I got like 1.2 million in around about 10 minutes. So I kind of thought, do you know what? For those that need that little quick income boost, I thought I might make a quick guide on, how to get that 1.2 million pretty damn easy. With only within about 10 minutes. I think it took me about 12 minutes total, something like that. So obviously, why it's going through the individual sectors, I'm just going to give you some hints and tips, and what to really look for when doing this circuit experience. Like I said, definitely one of the easiest in the game for me. Within about 12 minutes, I'm sat on 1.2 million. So what's that? Around about 100k every minute. Pretty insane. So yeah, I mean, general hints and tips: make sure you've got the traction control off. That is the main thing. Short shifting seems to be a friend in this car. You can, or staying in some of the higher gears, it's not actually too bad. And definitely run the curbs at this track. It doesn't like disqualify you or anything as such. I know there's a lot of people out there that are like really sort of careful with touching a curb, because sometimes in Gran Turismo the track limits can be quite hit or miss. You'll kind of run a curb and it'll end your lap there and then, so you don't really need to worry too much. The main two sectors that you need to worry about: sector 1, that first corner, if you mess it up, you are basically going to lose a lot of time on the big run up the hill, and then the big straight into sort of like the chicane. So then with like sector 2 and 3, I did notice that you really have to sort of cut in and sort of run them curves. So get in as much as possible, run as wide as possible, and just kind of try and carry that speed. Short shift out of corners if you feel like the traction's going. Obviously you can just see I've just done it there. And obviously choose the inside line on the uphill left-hander there. And that's definitely the main places to kind of really watch out for. Like I said, definitely a really easy track, and just remember to kind of carry as much speed through these corners as possible, and even possibly run just a bit of a higher gear than you may assume. This car is pretty damn stable overall, and yeah, you don't really need to be in too lower gears. It's, I guess, kind of like the Dodge Viper in that way, if you've ever done the Laguna Seca circuit experience. So let's talk you through the actual lap. You're looking for the 200 board. You're going to get it in third gear, run the curve, and then run out as wide as possible and get a very good run up the hill. So that is definitely like one of the main sort of points of this track. Like I said, if you're going to mess that run up there, that first corner, you're going to have a bad time running up here, and you're going to lose pretty much far too much time. Like I said, it seems like quite a lenient time. But anyway, it's basically just flat out at this point. You're going to look on your left hand for the boards again, and then sort of bring yourselves down the gears. I stayed in fourth, and the car, it was pretty stable, carried enough speed. Kept it in fourth around here, and then it's basically a little downhill run. So obviously adjust your braking here. On the right, I just had a look for the boards again. It's a 200 board. Down into second gear. Nice bit of throttle control. Again, obviously, just get used to using your throttle and manual gears. And then again, we're looking on the boards on the left. We're going to get it into second gear, and then this is a bit where you can kind of risk spinning up the rears and turn yourself around. Just be gentle on the throttle coming out and sort of build up that pace. Again, we're looking on the left at the boards here. You're looking for just after the 200 board. Bring it in nicely on the inside, and then kind of run it wide, and then accelerate up with a decent bit of throttle control. Second gear here, cut inside, and then run it nice and wide, close to that wall as possible. Obviously I've just got a bit of a shake on the back end there. Then into third gear through here, you can carry a lot more speed than it looks. It's quite deceiving. Run the curb, and again back into third here on the inside, and run it out wide. And that is going to be a lap guide, and honestly it is just so easy, guys. 1.2 million in around about 10 to 15 minutes. you can't complain. If you need some quick cash, go and hit it up. So as you can see, there's the rewards. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Cheers, guys.